are is as hell. Like, what is this? Pretty much.
I want to get one half, and I was like, I could have got 4 books with. Okay, loves. So I just got back from my Barnes and Noble. I showed y'all a very short clip of me being in there. I didn't really take many videos. I was in there for a while, y'all. It's raining and I'm like super wet. And usually, y'all, I don't even get out in this type of weather. I usually stay home in this type of weather. But I was like, no, I'm gonna get out today. So I did. And I got 4 books instead of just 2. Oh, you know, this had like a little damaged part to the back. I should have picked a different one. But anyway. I got 4 books. I got one that was buy one get one half, and I was like, I could have got 4 books with that, but I couldn't find anything else that really fit what I wanted. But what I first got for my fall pick is Deja Brew by Celestine Martin. I've never read one of her books before, but it looks like she has 2 other books, that is Wishful Thinking and Kiss and Spell. So I might actually read some of her other books. So she reads, I think she writes more of like teenage romance, but I think this one here is more adult romance, and it's super cute. I'm really excited to read it. I think it'll be a cute little snuggle up, drink a little coffee, a little warm hot chocolate vibes. It's fall time, perfect for fall. So I got this book to read, and we'll talk about that later in the future. Another book I got is, I wanted something that was kind of like, not self-help, but kind of like something about letting go or something positive. Like, I just wanted a good read that's fictional, because I felt like I'm talking to you guys about a couple of books I read. This is gonna probably be a full book vlog, y'all, to be honest. But anyway, we'll see where it takes us. This one here is by Kenny Ryan, is Before I Let Go. I've seen a lot of people talk about this book and how it's such a good influence and a good read, and I'm excited to read it, to see where it takes me. I love the cover so much, y'all. Y'all know I'm a natural hair girly. Like, I love my natural hair girlies, okay? I just love natural hair. But this book is so me. These are one of the books I can see myself putting on my coffee table and leaving it there for just like show, you know. And then I can see this one here out for the fall on my coffee table because I think it'd be cute. But yeah, so I got those 2 so far. These are the 2 books I did not get for 50% off, okay? Now, my 50% off books, the ones where buy one, get one 50% off, I got one. This is, I think it's called, Delicious Monsters. I couldn't read it because of the little stamp there. Delicious Monsters by Leslie Stenberry. And she also has 2 books, her books that she has written before. This one is Blood Like Magic and Blood Like Fate, and that sounds really interesting to read too, so I might have to check her out. So I got this book, and I think this is also a young adult book. So I think I got 1 that's not young adult, or 2 that's not young adult, and then I have 2 that is young adult. Yes, so I think, so these 2 are not young adult, but this one is. And then I have this one here, which is also a young adult read, I think it is. This book here is by E. Lockhart, We Were Liars. And there's 3 different books. I was gonna get the other one too, which is A Family of Liars, because they had both of these on the table, but I only got one. But they got Family of Liars and We Fell Apart as well as the other 2 books to this. And it seems like they have an actual video version, like a Netflix or a Prime, well, it's Prime Video, and it says you can watch We Are Liars on Prime Video, which I like to read first then watch. So if I end up watching it, it's probably because after I read the book. So we have that. We have Delicious Monsters. It is pouring, y'all. Delicious Monsters. And we have Before I Let Go. Okay, Beyonce. before I let go. Well, it's not even just Beyonce. That's not. Anyway. Um, and then we have the Deja Brew. So we have 3 books here. I don't know why I'm holding Delicious Monsters upside down right now. But we have 4 books here. I'm sorry. 4 good books here, y'all, that we're going to be reading soon. I still have a lot of other books to get to. So we're going to be going back and forth. I literally just brought 3 other books, y'all, other than these 4. So bear with me. We're not going to buy any more books until we get through the books that we just brought. If I buy anything, it'll be a bookshelf, okay? Because obviously I'm going to need a new one. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to head to Lowe's real quick. We're gonna head over to Lowe's to get us our paint that we need for our kitchen. And I'm gonna probably paint today. If I do, it probably won't be in this vlog. It might be in another vlog. I'm gonna separate the vlog. This vlog probably more about books and stories, and I'm telling you guys about a few books I did read recently, and we'll talk about it. So let's head. Well, when I see y'all, I'll be home.
All right, lovies, I just got home, y'all. I got home 2 hours after I told you guys I was going home. And there's a few reasons why, which we're about to go over at this moment. Let me grab the items I purchased while being out. So while being out, of course, let's talk about the 4 books I purchased. I'm not gonna go over those again because y'all seen that in this vlog. But I did buy these 4 books. I also got a gallon of paint in like a dark gray color because I'm going to be painting as close to black as I could get. I'm going to be painting my kitchen cabinets and changing the color of it because I wanted to change it and add some gold accents in there. And to attach to that, and once again, this is not going to be in this vlog, but I just wanted to show you guys what I got. I also got one of these big gallon, they're like yellow containers from Lowe's. I'm showing you the top. It's like this big, y'all, and it's pretty deep. And I love these because they're stackable and they lock. And I feel like they don't really get too many little buggies in there. With this, my man said he still be seeing buggies, like at least on it. But I feel like I don't really see any inside, thank God. So, because if I freak out when I open containers that's been in the storage too long. Like, But I want something I want to get as many of these as possible to the point where I have enough, and all other containers I have kind of like go away. Cause I think these are very good for weather and all that other stuff. I think they're really good and long lasting and very nice looking. So I got those. I got one of those. Well, I think it's 2, but I got one. Then I got some stuff from Marshall's, which I ended up getting cookie dough. Crazy thing, I have a chocolate chip cookie dough one, and I got regular cookie dough syrup. And I thought about it after. I thought, oh, I had cookie dough, but it's okay. I also got a white chocolate syrup because a lot of the coffees I really like have white chocolate in it. So I got that. I also ended up getting this peanut butter cup one that's on sale, sugar-free one. This is $5.50, y'all, from Marshall's. And I got this as well for coffee syrups. I think that'd be good for like the good fall. This is like real good fall flavors. I think white chocolate's more Christmas flavored, but the other 2 is actually good fall flavors, I feel like. Especially the peanut butter cup. I also got this Cook's Corner measuring spoons because all of my measuring spoons are going bad. So I got some new ones, and these have like the gold tip. And I also like the fact that they're engraved, so I feel like the numbers won't erase off of them. So I got that. And I also got gold and black, slightly silver can opener. So it was time for me to get that as well. It says hand wash only, so that's good to know. It's time for me to get on one of these as well. So that's what I got from Marshall's, y'all, and that's what I went shopping for. Let's get into the next segment, and the next segment is me going over some books, y'all, that I've been read and I haven't got a chance to talk to you guys about. So let's get into that. I have 4 books here that I've read. One I just finished last night, which is this one, the Amari and the Night Brothers, which we'll go over this one last. That's what I just finished. The one I've read first was Bitter by Akwaki. I might be pronouncing it completely wrong. I'm so sorry. So I'm not going to try to pronounce it. But Bitter. And I do need to get the other part to this book. This is a YN book, y'all. So it is young adult YN. YA book. So it's an adult fiction, young adult fiction. It's really good though, y'all. I really did enjoy this fairy tale story. Let me talk a little bit more about it, because obviously I'm not gonna spoiler alert here, y'all, because obviously I want to let you guys know that I'm gonna talk really deep in depth about these books. So Bitter, I really love the character in this book. Being that she came into the book kind of like not aggressive, but kind of like standoffish. I don't want to deal with none of y'all, angry at the world, don't care for half of these people type of vibes. And then she finds not only love, but she also finds a friend, and she gets close to these people. And this person, of course, she's like an artist, of course, and her artist is used to like paint and create these amazing magical items and things. It gets to a point in the book where it's pretty much talking about angels, and the angel is pretty terrifying, to be honest, from what it explains. I haven't read this in a while, y'all, so bear with me. So I'm trying to tell as much of the storyline as possible. But I do remember that Bitter, like, was really good. She didn't have any parents. I remember talking about like the two different worlds and how she talked about like the parts where she didn't believe in some of the stuff they would do, like the protesting and stuff like that. She didn't really care for it too much. She dated someone at some point and she ended up, I think, disappearing on that person too. And I thought that was kind of crazy that she ghosted her. She ghosted her, ended up having to reunite each other at some point because the person that she ended up dating next is that person's best friend. And the guy that she's dating is, from my understanding, is a guy. I don't remember them saying they are them or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure it's a guy this time. But the guy that she's dating, he's very mysterious, super sweet, very caring. He also has a little anger side to him too. But it takes a while before you get him to that side. And I did like that. I love their relationship. I think it's super cute. I did like that he really brought the happiness with Bitter. Help her to feel like a little bit more happy, a little bit more herself. And sure did her friend too. Her best friend did as well. And I can't remember the best friend's name right now. For some reason it's slipping my... Oh, Blessing. Blessing is the best friend. Blessing and her relationship is super cute as well. This story is gonna bring you, it's not really too much of a, I guess, a spoiler alert, but I do want to say I do highly recommend this book. I really loved it. I enjoyed it, and I can't wait to read Pet. So I'm gonna actually buy Pet as well. I think Pet was I feel like Pet was the first book. I think Pet is the storyline of Bitter's mom, I think. Or Pet is the storyline of Bitter's daughter. It's one of the two. But this is a really good book, y'all. So I do recommend it if you haven't read it yet. For the people that did read it, what was your thoughts? Did you like the story? I really loved it. I think it was super magical, very scary. It had, not scary, but it had some very like suspensive parts that I really truly liked. And the end of it, I did tear up a little bit. The end of it was really good, though. The end of it was really, really good. And I would like to hear more about her and her little man, child. Her and her man, girl. I want to know more about that and see where they go from there. But, yeah, I did like this book. Next one is 24 Seconds From Now by Jason Reynolds. By Jason, child. Okay, by Jason. This book is super cute. This is one of those books that you'll snug up in a little corner and read. It's like some just chill, rainy vibes. It's a nice little cute romance between two best friends. Once they started dating, It talks about their very first time, pretty much, when they very first obviously have sexual relations. Okay, I'm not trying to say that on here, but their very first time. Okay, just in case I can't, I'm gonna probably get out. But I think that's super cute. I think it's a very fun little love story about teenage love, growing together, thinking about college and future life, and kind of just like battling the waves of life, but also finding love at the end. Their little relationship between Arya and Neon is super cute. They have a very funny friend group, which I think is super cute as well. I think the romance that they have in this book is just precious, to be honest. And I do recommend this book to read. I'm probably going to get more deep into the next two books because that's the last two books I actually read. But these books, I do have to say, I did enjoy these stories. And I will read them again, to be honest. Like, Bitter for sure, I will read that again. But yes, 24 seconds from now. Really good read. Really good read. Matt, I think it's Hag, the Midnight Library. Y'all, okay. This book was so good. It was good. If you're going through grief or something like that, I feel like this is a good book to read because it kind of takes you through life. And if you would have had a choice to choose any parts of your life, how would you deal with that? How would you live it? Would you like it? Do you think that if you would have took that job that you decided not to take, would you have liked that job? It kind of gives you the chance to see all those things. So basically, we're following the story with Nora. Nora pretty much had a hard life, and she feels like her life was just so horrible. And she got to the point where she just kind of decided, like, hey, I'm done with it, And when she got to that point, trigger warning, I'm so sorry, trigger warning. But basically, she was done with life. When she got to that point, she ends up talking to this old librarian from her elementary times or whatever when she was in school. She goes to the library, and whenever she lost a family member, I remember the librarian pretty much kind of like consoled her. Yeah, to kind of like, oh, why am I in the library? Knowing that I technically decided to just get rid of my life. Why am I in the library? Am I in heaven? Like, is this heaven? Is heaven the library? Or is this hell? Like, what is this? Pretty much. And this story takes you on a roller coaster. Before I go into deeper stuff, this story would take you on a roller coaster, and the ending is just crazy. So, once again, spoiler alert, because now I'm going to get deep into the story. If you want to fast forward through this part, I'm going to put a timer here at the bottom to tell you where to fast through so you won't get a spoiler. To the next storyline, okay? But let's talk about the Midnight Library. Let's really get into it, okay? So, Emma's story about the fact she had a bunch of lives, right, that she tried. She obviously had the one where she married her man, or the guy who wanted to get engaged to her. She lives in the pub, and the pub is basically great. She loves the pub, but the relationship between her and him is not the best. And she realized that maybe the engagement that she decided to say no to was the best choice. That she said no. Now, the fact that the librarian pretty much told her, oh my goodness, the book of regret stuck in my head, girl. Because I felt like I feel like we all do that, right, as humans. Like, the book of regrets is seriously true. Because you think about all the regrets you've had throughout your life. Imagine all those regrets coming into your head at one time. That's crazy. That is crazy. And I'm pretty sure, I feel like, y'all, if y'all believe in God, I feel like God got one of them. He probably like, look at the book of regrets for Z. Let's talk about it for real. But this story really was good. And I feel like it really helped me, to be honest with you. Which is kind of crazy because it is a fictional story. But I feel like it helped me in a way. It helped me through my grief. Because it kind of like, obviously she was grieving as well. And I got to a point when I was reading the story, I was like, man, what if I would have chose this life? What if I would have chose that? What if I would have stayed where I was? What if I would have stayed in Louisiana? What if I would have stayed here? What if I would have did this? What if I would have did that? And she goes through all these different stories, and she realized the best one or her life she's living now, and she just decided just to change it in the right way possible, and pretty much she gets a second chance. And I love that. I love that she fought for life and she realized she didn't want to, lose it. I really like the story. I think it was really good. It was a roller coaster ride. The only thing I think I didn't like was there's this one part in the story where they kind of like really go into back and forth kind of vibes. I forgot. It's like the end. But pretty much like she goes through like multiple lives within time. I forgot where it's at. I forgot where it's at, but there's like this one part where she goes through like multiple lives. I don't know. It's like a page full of like, she does this, she does that, she does this, she does that. And that one pissed me off. That one page made me mad. I was like, oh, I don't like that part of the page. I feel like they was trying to, I guess he was trying to speed through the storyline to get to the point. And I feel like that could have probably like left out. But, that's his decision if you want to add that, that's his book, child. But I was like, that could have been left out. I didn't really care for that part of the story. But the rest of it was really good. Like her daughter, that one was super cute. When she got to meet her daughter and asked her so many questions. And the little girl's just like, Mama, ain't you supposed to know this, Mama? But I do love this. Yeah, this was a good read. I want to know y'all thoughts in it. I would say 1 out of 10, I give it a... except for that one little piece, 9. I give it a 9. I think that's really high. I'll give it a 9. 9 or an 8. I'll give it 8.5. Because that one part really made me mad. But I do think this is a really good read. And I didn't rate the other one, so I'm going to do that real quick. I would say the 24 seconds from now, I would say this book would probably be 1 out of 10, probably 8.5 too. I'll give it an 8.5. But Bitter is for a fact a 10 out of 10. I really love Bitter. So read Bitter, okay? Just read Bitter. Last but not least is Amari and the Knight Brothers. Let's talk about this. All right, let's talk about this. Amari and the Knight Brothers is about this cute little girl. Her brother goes missing. And they're trying to figure it out. They can't find him because of her brother being missing. He was also bringing money into the family, it seems like it. So things have gotten harder. Her mom works at a hospital. She's home alone a lot. It's a real struggle. Her anger is really bad because obviously she's hurting, she's grieving. And so she's just kind of like lashing out at a lot of people. She gets bullied at her school because she has a very nice school she goes to. It's an actual all-white school. Not all white, but mostly white school. Predominantly white school. Very nice. People with a lot of money and stuff like that. And she gets bullied a lot. She's very smart. She had a one-way scholarship there, to be honest. And it was going to pay for her whole school. Well, after a while, she has an argument and stuff like that. And she gets kicked out. So the whole storyline is about Amari. She's super different. You're gonna get to love her at the end. Honestly, you're gonna actually end up loving her. I have to say that. You're gonna end up loving her throughout this story and learning more about her and her life and why she reacts the way she reacts. But I hope that you guys will actually take a look at this because it's a story of a mystical world. And it's probably stuff that we always thought as a kid, like, is this real, right? And I feel like it's a cute little story, not only for older people to read, but also even young adults. This is obviously a young adult story. And I think it's super cute. I think it's worth the read. My rating for Amari and the Knight Brothers before I go into the detail. Actually, I'm going into detail first. So, spoiler alert, once again, guys, if you guys are not want to hear the spoiler alert because you want to actually read the book for yourself, please go ahead and fast forward to the timeline below and the timestamp below. But yeah, let's get into the spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. So, Amari and the Knight Brothers, y'all, I really, 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 really love this storyline. I love the fact she was so ambitious. She learns to find courage throughout the whole story, and I did and adored that. I adored that for real. I thought it was really cool how she ends up being a magician, one of the strongest and powerful one of the whole freaking like supernatural world. What? Okay, Amari, I see you, girl. Or it might be Amiri, but I say Amari. I think it's super. Yeah, I think it's super cute. I love her friendship with hold on. I know she's a tech girl for sure. She does good with technology. Oh my goodness, I can't think of her name right now. I read it so many times. So I ain't read this literally last night, y'all. I can't think of her name. Hold on. Her roommate. Why can't I think of the roommate's name right now? Elise. I didn't even find it in the book, but I remember. Elise. Amari and Elise's relationship is so cute. Being that Elise is a dragon / werewolf, and Amari is a magician. And at the time when she first gets in there, obviously she didn't know about it, but I think their relationship is so cute, and how they both kind of make each other stronger throughout the day as the time went on in this book. Also, that was a huge twist. That was a huge twist with Dylan. Dylan really shocked me, y'all. I was like, how could he? How could you do that to her? That's our girl. You're supposed to love her. You're supposed to take care of her. And I feel like it's so crazy because Amari was trying her best to literally give him the benefit of the doubt and get to know him and like him for a friend and stuff like that and care about him. And even though, she kept his secret through it all. And that's crazy to me. Even at the end, until the last bit of it, until they actually woke up and found him in a cage of thunder, that's when she finally said, yeah, he was a magician too. And you know what? That dad of his, I feel like he got some parts in it. I feel like there was a part 2. I feel like the dad was part of it. For some reason, something about it. Because for him to go ahead and try to set up my boy, what's his name? Hold on. It's going to come to me. Magnus. To set up Magnus like that, Agent Magnus, don't do him like that, okay? Don't do him like that, because you knew for a fact that man had nothing to do with that. You know what your son was doing this whole time. So I feel they should have locked him up too. Lock him up. The only people I say don't lock up is the mom and the daughter, and obviously Madison, because she bad. But lock the rest of them up. Laura probably go to jail for a little bit too, for like a year or two, because the way she been acting. Girl, Laura was pissing me off. Laura was really pissing me off. But I'm really happy of how it ended. I love that she went back into the hood and, back into her community and try to help out Jaden. I did love that she didn't forget about him. I really loved that part. And I did like that he didn't continue to hang around with the Woody Boys. I think that's what they were called or whatever. On the block. But I do like the fact that he's trying and everything. And they talk about how he was trying. And she's like, okay, I'm going to take you on this boat. She does the same thing that Quentin did for her. And gave him a chance. And obviously, I'm guessing she's going to get him to be a part of the supernatural world at some point. Obviously, otherwise she wouldn't be bringing him on the boat. But I just love this story so much. And to rate it 1 out of 10, I would say I gotta give it a 10. I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. This is good. I feel like it was really good. It was super cute. And I could relate to the story. So I really love it. And I do like that she showed the good side of the magician side. You know what I'm saying? So if you have not read this book yet, please check it out, y'all. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I am going to head out to kind of get my life together because this office is a mess, y'all. I've been wedding planning and it's crazy in here. So I'll see y'all in the next vlog. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you've never been here before, make sure you... What? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So I want you to hear with the good vibes, and that's on here. If you've been here before, you already know what it is. You like that for life. I appreciate you. Favorite weekend girly. See y'all in the next one, lovies. Bye. Hi, lovies. I just want to come on here real quickly and say, if you struggle with any mental health or even have thoughts of different things of wanting to take yourself out of the game, make sure you go ahead and just give a call to this number here on the screen, 988, or you can even reach out to NAMI hotline, NAMI, National Alliance of Mental Illness. I have all the information here on the screen just in case. I did want to put this in here because you just never know what anyone's going through or their thoughts or their processes. So I just hope that you guys are doing well, being healthy and being happy. Love you guys. Enjoy the rest of this. We'll see y'all in the next vlog, actually. Bye, lovies.